Oh, yeah. Like Max. We have loops.
We're live.
Hey! Sorry, you caught us at a little bit of a dance party. Hello, folks. You are watching Behind the Blocks. This is Q.U.I.R.K and Eugen's sort of opportunity to sit down with cool people, have cool conversations. My name's UGW and I am one of the community nerds. I'm here with...
UGW Tim Bear, also one of the community nerds.
Two of us.
Yeah.
And we're also here with... Kels
Bells.
Yeah.
Back in action.
Back in
Yes,
action.
me
Yes,
too,
been a
back in
while.
action.
Getting the
So-
we're back together. The
We
fam.
get the fam back together. 2.5. Okay, so I see you have been working on some cool stuff, and I want to get a little breakdown for those of you who are just tuning in, so that we can kind of, figure out. Or have you done more since the last?
Yeah, we sure have.
Tell me about
A little background on what you're watching. So we are doing a mini series. Usually we do interviews and games and a whole bunch of other stuff with the dev team. We have decided to dedicate a couple weeks to, well, more than a couple weeks, like 4 weeks or so, to actually bringing some of our weapons and props to life. Kelly has a fantastic background in crafting and building, which I'm really excited to get into today.
Oh, we're gonna talk about crafting and building fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, my
Love
background comes from streaming cosplay stuff, so we are putting our heads together to make the hammer and the rocket launcher from our game that we're making, Q.U.I.R.K.
I mean, I'm just here to be pretty.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Well, give me a look at what you got cooking. So you got a pile of octagons.
Yeah, I'm actually making macaroons. I've decided.
I would love a macaroon or a macaron.
Yeah, don't eat actually foam. So I am making the hammer, which these.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot. I'm also the
driving
tiny
this.
camera tier.
The camera
Look at the
tier.
tiny camera.
Yeah.
Tiny camera.
So these are our hammer. Kind of has like three okay, what is happening right now?
Tell me you didn't expect this.
This is a nightmare. Our hammer has this is the hammer part. So this is the hammer part. I don't know
Yes.
how to describe it. There
Ill.
we have I don't know, accordion
Yeah.
almost. You could
Yeah.
sort
can
of see
see
it
back
behind
here.
us.
Poor Chewie was like, "Hey, your volume's super loud."
Yeah.
Just by general mouth noise.
There's all caps. Also, hi everyone who's joining us. Hi Mander. Hi Chewy. Dogstar Pooloops. Hello Jack.
Hi y'all. Hulu, so's I. YMCA. That's how I
majored
got
in
my
screaming at the sewing machine.
that scream at the start.
Scream.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Alright,
yeah, so that's
Yeah.
what I'm working on, and this is the part of the hammer that I'll probably be making the actual grips for today.
I'm stoked. It's gonna look so cool.
Yeah, it almost kind of looks like a hammer if you put it in between. It's kind of
Yeah,
this
I
is
can
missing
see it.
that middle part.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I
There you
dig it.
have it.
And what you got cooking?
Here's the end of what I was working on last time. This is the
Oh,
stock
that's
gun. You can
nice.
see. I was working on it last time, but I finished that part.
I dig it. Nicely
Whoa.
cut. I know
Yeah.
it's kind of reversed.
Yeah, Kelly's super precise with. She uses math.
Ooh, math.
Yeah.
She uses math for
And then,
crafting.
I never learned how to math.
Barrel. And this is the end of the barrel right
Let's
here.
take a look.
Yeah, get right in there.
So it's two layers of the foam together, and then
That is very precise,
Yes.
sis. I like it.
so I'm gonna be continuing to put things on the barrel today.
Right on.
Excellent.
This
There we are.
little thing is a bit of a pain. There we go.
There you
Well,
go.
you
You
know.
got it.
We're on here right now.
Oh, good.
This is the one we're on.
So, crafting is something that I enjoy too.
What's about it?
Back in the day, I'm going to tell you about my favorite craft project that I ever did.
Let me tell you about favorite craft.
Are you excited?
I want to know.
Okay, so
you
back in the
show
day,
me?
I used to run a business called Project Planet. And I would go from school to school to school with tons of these salvaged supplies. Like, so for instance, when people do like when they buy ribbons, like participation ribbons or any of that kind of stuff, there's a whole bunch of it on an end roll that they can't use because it's too short. And so I would just get tons of that. The folks who put up billboards, I'd get their billboard paper that was folded.
Paper.
It was very thick, but it's really resilient paper. But you name it, and I had it. And so basically, we'd go and we'd make things out of it. Like, we'd go to the fair, and thousands of kids would come through the exhibit in a day. But in support of one of my, they really have come a long way. Doc Star says those WEPs have come a long way.
Yeah.
So I made this 15-foot tall paper craft dragon.
That sounds so
So
cool.
it had huge eyes and teeth and big head, and the head was actually taped to an oscillating fan. And so the head would go like this back and forth.
That's really cool.
And so I took, those fall pumpkin bags? People put leaves in them. And then yeah. So I shredded it and then put it coming out of the mouth.
Smell.
Woo! That's potent.
Let's see.
Put it coming out of the mouth, and then the fan blew it like fire. And then I had a big body with scales, and it was very, very cool. It was a lot of fun, and kind of opened my mind to like different cool creative ways to use paper.
Very cool.
Yeah. So when it comes to crafting stuff, what do you like to do, Cal?
Well, it's going to be kind of boring, but most of my sort of projects, and I guess you'd call them crafts, have been more like practical things. Like I like to make custom platforms and shelves and things that need to go in a specific place in my apartment. Or
Now, am I wrong?
posh.
And you should. Oh, are you gonna?
I'm learning something very important. I'll explain it after.
Did you create a little tiny desk
I
with
did.
a chair? We should grab that at some point before the stream's over.
If anybody's on and can see that, bring it over.
Yeah, if Jack or Sarah are watching, bring that little table over. But yeah, so you like to do, sort of practical, but
measuring tape and saws and
sure.
wood and
I'm the opposite of that,
nails.
which is probably why I still have all my fingers. Are you having them? Oh man, are we learning?
Well, okay, no, we're relearning because I knew about this and have since forgotten. Pink insulation foam, which is what this is.
Yeah.
Really delicate.
the
Can't
names
spray
not on
paint
screen?
it. Can't do anything with it.
Well, why not?
Yeah.
Oh, they're still here.
People
just
know
in case,
extra.
Oh,
Jack's the best.
You're the
Yeah,
best.
So
Okay,
show
let's put
up,
that.
'cause I need to find something to use the Mod Podge on.
Sure.
I'll be right back.
Whoa,
BRB.
whoa.
Whoa.
So I made this little guy. I don't really have to use it here, but what the point of it is I wanted to have a little table that I could flip without
Serious.
a lot of consequences.
But I saw it. Kelly brought it in. Kelly had come and done some contract work first, and we loved it. But we loved her, and we were like, "Come back! We love you, and we want you.
True story.
We want you to be here." And be our pal. And so she came back, but then she came back and she brought this, and I was like, "What is that for?" She's like, "It's for flipping."
Yeah,
But then we like to decorate it with flipping. It's not too
you can
late.
do it.
Okay, wow.
From the chair.
Okay, you gotta really,
Oh,
bam.
Yeah.
There you go. Rage.
Just
Yeah, anytime
like it.
it's
you're
very
upset.
hard to actually make it land back on its legs. So it's perfect.
Ooh, that was a good flip,
I like
though.
it.
That
That
was
was
fun.
a solid flip.
Yeah.
Huh.
You get it.
You
I
get
like
it.
it.
You get it. But yeah, we then we decorate it with tiny rubber desserts.
Yeah, and we have even a little guy sitting at the table now.
Yeah, is it BMO or is it
Certainly
BMO,
not.
yeah.
Yeah.
BMO? Yeah, we would like to sit BMO in the chair. And
Yep.
but anyway,
Yeah.
super cute. So you like to put together little projects like this, and yeah, I think you said something about stands or.
Yeah, just like little things. I'm like, if I'm around the house and I'm like, oh, I need this one thing to go here, like a little shelf or a little thing to put something on where I want it
Yeah.
to be a certain height or something, then I just make it.
Kelly is the queen of precision as well, so she puts this stuff together and has a very methodical way of going about things, whereas Timber and I, we like to
We wing it.
we wing it.
We wing it.
Yeah.
speaking of,
We don't
this
need to
is-
depend on math or measures or like other stuff.
Right.
We use our own talent.
Yes, we actually had Kelly last time we were here help me measure things out.
Yeah, so that you would
Yeah.
run out of foam.
Yes, and it was brilliant. Speaking of, I did almost ruin this whole hammer.
So talk to us what happened here. You had some kind of chemical
Oh yeah,
reaction.
do you wanna show everyone?
Whoa,
Yeah.
is that just happened?
Yep, it did.
Yeah. So what is this
Oh.
material?
So-
this is
Dissolved.
what do you
Yeah.
call this material?
So this is insulation foam. This is foam that you can get. This is a great learning opportunity. So this is one of the reasons why I don't work with pink foam that often. It's very delicate. Pink foam, you can't spray paint it. Apparently, I mean, certain glues I should have
That's
known.
actually pretty cool.
Isn't
That's
it?
kind of interesting.
It's given
I
me
could
some
do something
ideas.
interesting, but just not for this project.
Yeah. Well, with pink foam, like if I needed to get like some details, I could put a little glue on it and like grind it in to like get it. So, but anyway, we don't really need to do that for this project. The
I think if
point,
you're making a medallion or something, you could do some cool like.
That smell.
yeah,
That's powerful.
there's a powerful smell which should have triggered my knowledge of knowing that it was probably going to melt this pink foam. So contact cement, which is what I was going to glue these all together with, just ate through this
Learning
pink foam.
and growing and learning.
Ate entirely through it.
And
What's
every
nice
day
is
we're
I can flip it
learning
over, and this
things.
side is undamaged, so I'll just flip it for this project and glue. Have this be the glue side.
I dig it.
So not
There you go.
not
Hey.
it's not ruined, but
so you
oh
put-
boy.
So what are you gonna use?
I'm going to use Mod Podge instead, which is a much milder glue. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's
it won't
pretty much
kill small
Elmer's
animals
with a.
or brain cells.
Yeah, I'm really
Yeah. Basically,
Brain cells.
if
I
it
mean,
says
Most
extreme,
of them. Some of them are like, whatever.
whatever.
I think a good rule of thumb is if your container says danger, extremely flammable, vapors may cause flash fire, harmful or fatal if swallowed. Probably don't put it on your insulation foam. Probably going to melt your insulation foam and your brain cells.
Let us do the learning.
So yeah,
for
so
you.
that's what just happened.
Don't try that at home.
to my
Don't
life.
try that at home. Okay, well, so many people may not know the history of Timber and I. We go way back.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I used to work at a different studio. We put together this program we called Community Coaches. And basically what we did is we recruited people, across the globe, I'd say.
Yeah.
Hither and yon,
Yeah,
as they
all
say.
over the place.
Hundreds and hundreds of people who were really into this game that we were working on. RIP Gigantic. And we took a bunch of people to PAX South, which was a lot of fun. It was the first PAX South, I believe. Was it the first one?
Yeah, it was the first pack sound.
Yeah,
Yep,
because
yep,
we're
yep.
OG. And I was walking around with a friend and a colleague, my boss at the time, and Timber was just like, "Hey, you want to play a game?" She was just hanging out in the same lobby that we were
Yeah.
in.
But not like Saw style, like an actual like a card game. I think.
Yeah.
I didn't turn around and show you
No.
want to play a
Ask her
game, so I
anything fun.
kidnapped
The key
them.
is in your stomach. No, no. She and she was really friendly and nice, and then we got to know her, and then both, all of us, really, at the studio, were like, "We're adopting her," and we did.
Yeah.
Now you came to a few more events with us
Yeah,
as
a
a
whole
member of our
bunch.
community. You came, you went to E3 and rocked it like
Either is
amazingly.
great. That was super fun.
Super fun. Did you come to PAX Prime?
Yes.
Seattle?
Yes, I did do PAX Prime as well.
Yeah. What were you dressed as?
I was dressed as one of the gigantic characters called Zenopia, who is
Yeah.
a huge octopus woman,
Yeah.
essentially.
It was so good.
Yeah, and that was super fun.
Didn't you have like fingers and things and
Yeah, I had created out of Warbler, which is a heat-activated plastic, like these finger claws, and I made a huge skirt made out of tentacles. I
Yeah,
worked
you had a-
6-foot platforms.
That's right.
6-inch platforms to give me.
Those
I
six
was like,
little
I was
platforms. Just-
way tall.
Just dragging her head
It was way
across the
tall.
ceiling.
I even, unfortunately, it did not take, but I actually had made a silicone headpiece for her tentacles, which did not follow through because the tentacles part was a little too heavy.
Yeah.
And I was not quite skilled enough to figure it out in time. I actually bought a wig for that costume
Yeah, I
before
remember
my
that.
flight from Party City.
You're just like,
And
whoosh.
yeah, so we I think pulled it together even though it wasn't exactly what we wanted. But yeah, and I did most of that on stream, creating
Really,
that costume.
I was just gonna say, a really engaging streaming content was you putting together your cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
It was really fun to watch, really fun to kind of get a sense of what what the art is and the artistry, and you were doing that with another pal, if I remember.
Yeah, so after that, I got together, I think it maybe was even during Michelle, or Heavenly Hedgehog, as she's known on Twitch.
Yeah.
I think she's taken a bit of a hiatus because of her twins.
Oh,
They're the cutest.
congratulations.
But her and her husband, phenomenal cosplayers, absolutely stunningly talented.
Cool.
And we met through Gigantic and started to stream and created Gigantic Cosplay, which was all about the celebration of not just our cosplay, but everyone else's as the game was developed.
Well,
so,
you introduced
yeah.
us too to some really cool cosplay folks that I still follow on Twitter that do amazing prop work.
Oh, my goodness,
and it's really interesting to see the trajectory of folks who kind of start to dabble, and then they start to master, and then they start to do it professionally, and then they start to
Yeah, it's really cool to
they
watch.
start to do stuff for other people. Really amazing. And super nice, fun people. I honestly have yet to meet a cosplayer that wasn't just great.
Yeah, I think the community, especially on the higher levels, you hear stories about meeting cosplayers, and for the most part, really nice.
Yeah.
I hear nothing but great things. I mean,
Yeah.
you've met Jessica.
Yes,
Negri.
yes,
actually.
she is phenomenal. We
So
actually
speaking
hired her to do cosplay for another game I worked on called WildStar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, she was really cool, really sweet. Super fun to work with, super flexible. It was just really a lot of fun.
Yeah. I love the smell of glue. Side
Yeah,
note,
I
I
love
love the smell of
glue.
glue. This is why I have no memory anymore.
So-
But yeah.
Yeah, so very cool. So the challenge of working in creative jobs like we have, sometimes you use up all your creativity in the day.
Yeah.
Are you saving time for yourself to go home and do your own projects, or do you find it's tough, isn't it?
This is fun though for me.
Well, and
I mean,
part
I guess what I was just telling you earlier, like I do make time for making little household things, but
yeah.
yeah. What were you saying?
That's what what I was saying is like the notion of doing, crafting for fun or creative stuff for fun. It can be a little challenging when you work in an environment that's all creative all the time.
I think we have a really nice, it was hard when I was working at the super dentist and finding that creative passion. What's nice about here is finding that I can have that outlet at the job and essentially get paid for doing this. I think I tweeted a couple of weeks ago, oh my God, I'm finally getting paid to stream and make props, and it was my dream come true.
Well, and that is because you're so darn good at it, but that is also our purpose.
Yeah.
That's what we do here, and that's what this little slice of an hour every week on Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific. That's what it's all about. 3 p.m. Pacific.
Trying to line these up.
Can't go home and art. Gotta go home and clean.
Go home and clean.
That's what Poot Loop says. Question for
Are
folks that
you-
are watching. I'm curious, what do you do for creative fun? Have you ever thought about doing cosplay stuff? Do you have a favorite cosplayer? Is it just weird to you? Tell me all about it.
Yeah.
Getting paid to have fun, it is a dream job. But I will say, this is serious business. A lot of the effort and a lot of the things that we do here, it may appear effortless.
Yeah, you guys are watching she's just sniffing glue for an
She's
hour.
just
on
sniffing
stream.
glue. Come on, that's
More than
easy.
that, okay?
Better.
It's
Also,
more.
where am I?
Right? Yeah. I love creative community. Work. But there's a little method to the madness. But I'm not gonna lie. This is a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. You guys help make it
Pulu
better.
said, I would cosplay if someone made the costume. Okay, here's a
that's
new
fair.
question for folks that are watching, or you two, and you two. What should we make Poot Loop's cosplay as?
I'm gonna make a baddie costume for him. I'm gonna make a lava block costume for him.
That would be perfect. A lava block costume. But if we did put a baddie together, life-size baddie, it wouldn't even have to be that big because he's only 4 feet tall.
No, they're not. They're not huge.
No, they're little.
He's talking about poops.
I'm talking about poop. Just kidding.
What part of sniffing glue didn't you understand?
You're right. Yeah, Jack agrees that it would have to be a lava block, so maybe we just make it his body with a lava block head.
Yeah.
wearing the Valentine's dapper suit.
Oh yeah.
Short jokes, classic. Sorry, I'm 6'5". You know.
Jokes.
You know how it go. So I'm trying to think of some other fun things that I've done project-wise that are particularly memorable. I've done a lot of different kinds of paper craft stuff. I really enjoy doing stuff like paper mache, but mostly I enjoy dry paper, and then you kind of using like an ivory, not ivory, but like a bone. What do they call that thing? Like that makes the creases and the. It's like a little tool. It looks like not that big.
It's a bone?
And it's not a bone, but it's called a bone. Something. In any event, it's a tool that's really super smooth, but it helps you kind of do origami really sharply.
Oh, yeah.
And
I think I know what you're talking
but there's some really intense paper projects that you can do that it's sort of like basically making models, like a model car, but doing it in sheets of paper. And
Can we get the craft?
craft can, yeah.
A little bit of glue.
Yep.
You know what
the
they
whole
say,
thing.
A little dab will do ya.
A little dab. Can I get out of? Gross. Oh, gross. Gross. Okay. So here's what we can do.
What can we
That's not even enough glue, he says. You're not gluing enough.
do? You even glue, bro?
Do you even glue,
You're like,
sis?
no, that's the outside.
Oh!
It threw it.
Oh, am I squeezing this in the...
Oh my god. Now that's all unaligned.
No, that's the way it was. Look, now it's aligned. That's the way it was. I'm helping. So we're good at crafts.
So what is cosplay?
we have
Chewy
here.
asks.
Oh, good
Great question, Chewy. So cosplay
show.
actually stands for costume play.
Yeah.
Is exactly where the word comes from, which essentially is a celebration of fandom. So you
Yeah.
use your costumes to basically nerd out and become the characters that you love and adore in anything,
Switch
really.
them up, mix them up, be your Star Wars Pokemon, be your... I mean, like, there are people out there doing some really super creative stuff.
Really, really cool.
Did I just muck it up?
Nope.
Bloop.
Look how easy that I just
Ta-da!
smushed it around. What's nice about
Oh.
Mod Podge is that now it looks like a macaroon.
Yeah, I want to eat it.
Dries clear, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Poo Loops, we're going to get you a baddie suit. Dogstar says the only cosplay I've done was for fancy dress parties. We don't get any
Fancy
gaming
dress.
cons here in New
You guys know
Zealand.
what fancy dress means?
No, what's that?
Well, fancy dress just means costumes. It just means costume party.
Oh, okay. Because I did
Oh,
picture
is that
suits
New?
and
Is that
stuff,
New
yeah.
Zealand
It's
for
it's I think it's the first time I heard it was
New
London.
in London?
In London.
Jolly old London.
There was this. My former company had a party or a conference, and there was a fancy dress party, and we were all from Seattle, and we were like, "What are we supposed to bring? Like gowns?"
Right.
Like suits.
My white
So,
tuxedo.
None of us participated in fancy dress, but if someone had, it would have been funny because it's a costume party.
That is hilarious.
really funny.
When did you find out that it
know.
was costume and not like?
When I was there,
Oh.
yeah.
You all showed up
I'm
and
like,
oh.
I'm not bringing a. Is this some kind of gala?
Right? Yeah. So talk to me about these little pieces that you're doing. I'm confused.
So
These are more for the round.
Yes,
Oh,
so
round the parts. Thank
you
you.
can see here that the
Oh.
rocket has a very thick end, and also
Gonna figure out how to
Yeah,
cosplay
here.
Troy. Hi,
Ah.
Cayman Prime. Hello. Good to see you again,
Making
friend.
together.
I'm gonna figure out how to cosplay Troy. Well, hi. Well, would it be great if the best way to cosplay a Troy is to just throw your forehead into it. Can you show that?
Maybe silicone pieces to extend.
There's my
Yeah. So there you go, and there you go. I'm excited to see this. So talk to me a little bit about some of the other pieces you're gonna put on here. So we see the mail tube.
Yes. Do we have the box? What's all the other stuff?
What's
that the box? Is the,
I have this.
We have the tube.
I got some tubing for you.
Tubing.
This is way more tube than we need. We need about this much tube.
Yeah.
I'd like
But
to
it is
use
the
that
tube
to
that goes from the
intravenously
To the
imbibe
little cartridge
caffeine.
thing.
Ooh.
Where's the other parts?
Is it this little stuff? Oh, I see
You
it.
see it? Yeah. Yeah.
You can do it, long
there's
arms.
The stabilizer here. We got this guy.
Cool.
We showed this off last time, but I don't know if
Now, yeah.
Yeah, but it was awesome.
Cool. Okay, so hold that there. I'm gonna actually just bring this around
Yeah.
so you can see. Whoop.
Yeah, it's right there.
Cool.
And that part for the top, we're gonna paint that.
Nice. I see the
love it.
tubing. Oh, it's all coming together. I see it
And
now.
then we have caps somewhere.
Yeah, we have the caps in there as well.
Yeah, can you get the caps in the two caps in the little motion sickness?
Sorry. Whoa.
Fields. You have the
Too much
tube in the middle
tube.
of the toilet paper roll.
The paper roll, yes.
Fancy dress usually has a time to dress up. Oh.
Too much tube.
Too much tube.
The
There you
tube.
go.
I love it.
I'm gonna change this.
Cool.
So,
And so
stabilize
that piece, let me slowly, is going to be that side piece.
Yeah, this little-
Cool.
The little nubbin.
So I've got to glue this together and put plasti dip on it. Apparently, I've never used plasti.
Yeah, Plasti Dip is cool.
Flaxseed dip.
So,
Plasti
for
Dip.
those of you
I'm
who don't
hungry.
know, Plasti Dip is a spray that you can spray to give a kind of plastic finish. It just gives like a really nice, smooth plastic feeling.
Oh, like a shiny.
Yeah, it hardens it just a little bit. Not
Is
you
it
know.
like that polymer sort of like you'd mix it double stuff and
No, this is just like a spray.
oh, I get
which
it.
is
Okay.
what I like. Yeah, and it'll come
Plasti
up black.
Dip Performix brand.
Yeah, so we can-
Peelable.
Yeah.
Flexible. Peelable.
Yeah, it actually gives like a thin plastic layer to your project.
There, it says
Yeah.
peelable, easy to remove from most surfaces when you're ready.
Yeah, so you can
That's
When you're
cool.
ready.
when you're ready. I wonder what you would spray it with, so you would need to peel it off though.
Maybe a pal.
Maybe a pal. Howdy, neighbor.
Howdy, neighbor.
So Isadora's next cosplay will be Shuri from Black Panther. That's awesome.
So this is a dear friend and neighbor of mine. Her and her daughter dressed up as.
Is she Wonder Woman?
Yes, she is Wonder Woman. I showed her. Yeah, that was killer costuming.
Oh my God, I
absolutely
love it.
amazing. Tiffany Timber.
Need to see my hammer.
Oh, where is it?
Oh,
Yeah, right there.
let me
Okay.
just pull this off for you.
Thank you. I'm just trying to figure out
Teamwork gets it done.
That's
how
totally
I want to
what
do
they say.
this.
Teamwork, makes the dream
makes
work.
the things get done.
Teamwork makes stuff and happens.
Things. All right, cool. So you're working on the hammer. So how long do you think this is going to be before these are done?
Approximately 4 streams.
Yeah, that was what we were aiming.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I want to make something. I mean, not
Yeah.
right now. I have an earache.
Oh.
Thank you for the host, Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany. Also, hello.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone. For those of you who are just tuning in and are curious, what the heck is happening?
What is happening?
I
I
don't
barely
know. You guys are watching Behind the Blocks, the behind-the-scenes show brought to you by Jen, the creators of the indie game Q.U.I.R.K.
Yep.
And we are doing a mini-series where Kelly and I are bringing... This is Kelly. This is not
Hi.
Kelly. Kelly.
No.
Bringing
not
to life
Kelly.
the rocket launcher and the
And I'm not
hammer
Kelly.
from our game. So that's what we're doing here now, and that's why we're here
This is for you.
using sharp objects and snipping glue.
Oh, yes.
Aw.
Yeah.
I wanted to add that I'm excited to see Isadora's next cosplay because she's doing Shuri from Black Panther.
Love it.
Those costumes
Shuri.
are
I love everyone on the screen. We love you too.
awesome.
They are.
Yeah,
She's the
I'm
best character. in
She was the
whole
best. She's
thing.
the greatest Disney princess ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
It has been
Period.
decided.
It is known.
it is known.
It
Yeah,
is known.
cannot wait.
This is my favorite. Listen, we have some new people in Tiffany,
every
and
time-
people are watching on YouTube who are confused.
They're like, what is this?
I don't know why they're watching us.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite moments to kind of hang out and just freeform it and talk about kind of what's going down. I want to make something. What should I make?
There's many blocks that still need to be made, I think.
I don't want to make something right now.
All right.
I just want to talk about the idea of
The idea.
perhaps doing.
You love your paper crafts.
Potato
You should
gun.
make baddies out of paper
I
that you've
do,
been talking
I
about since you
want
founded
to.
this company.
Yeah, exactly. That is really true.
Yeah,
The
tell
baddies
about
are so
it.
cool. I know that when last we filmed, did we have Matt on?
Yeah.
The
we were all
time
together.
before that, yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
we talked about like kind of his art and
Yeah, his inspirations for
his
all this.
inspirations for all that good
Check it
stuff.
out
And
on
so we
YouTube.
want to get we want to take the baddie artwork and then explode it so it's nice and flat and then make a paper craft thing out of it.
Yeah, I need
Make
the
a dog.
ruler. Gracias.
I want to make a dog.
Here, make a dog.
Do it. What can I say?
I have dogs.
This is a
I
snake.
definitely have dogs. Oh God, it touched me. I was not expecting a touch.
I do have two
And that, my
very-
friends,
Not at all.
is
Not one.
cosplay.
Not one, but two very sharp objects.
Right. I mean, threatened with craft supplies.
Hey, no one
We are
said
making literal
threaten.
weapons. Mine will
Said
be
threaten.
fully functional as a hammer by the time I'm done. You not.
it's gonna get so much good use too. How long
Yeah.
is it gonna be?
It's
gonna be like this?
probably gonna be like.
So it'll be like
Yeah.
it'll be comparable to what it looks like in. Q.U.I.R.K.
Yeah. Kelly actually did math to kind of figure out. You can
Saw
actually see
that.
to make it as life size as
Yeah.
we can.
Well, I mean,
So how is
according to
Dad?
the
Ted doing? Dad?
tube that we got.
Dad's doing good.
Let's use the tube as
I like it.
Nice.
And then this is. Oh, I know what this is.
So here's my knife.
Ah, boy,
That's what I was looking for.
can a guy have a little fun?
Geyer.
Timber, how's Dad Ted doing?
Ted is good. He just finished his big boy interview today, so we'll have some answers soon.
That's fun.
Anyway.
Can't really talk about deets though, right?
Huh? No, I mean, why not?
Oh, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
Because this isn't his stream. Troy, you own a recorder. You should play that. Wait, you own a recorder? Oh, no.
like one of these.
yeah, that
I
like
do.
from school.
Well, so here's the story behind that. So, Timber, you can attest.
I can.
When you're when you're a community manager, you meet a lot of people,
yeah.
and people give you stuff.
I'm waiting on my stuff, guys.
Yeah, step up your game. But one night, outside of my new apartment, when I just moved back from California, there was a person outside like every night of the week that was playing a recorder in the dark. It was very creepy, and I told someone, or I told the internet about it, like as I'm wont to do, and someone mailed me a recorder. It was super random. So yes, I do have a recorder at home. I also, do you know what else I have?
What?
A tambourine. No, I don't think I have one of those. What do I have? I have other musical instruments. We should just like put together a band.
Oh, bongos?
Oh,
What is it, a
bongos.
boingo? Frontline play.
Hey, Frontline, what's up? Welcome
what's up?
home.
I am making a snake right now. You are tuning in to Behind the Blocks, where we sit around and act like complete
You're a
idiots,
screwdriver?
and we make
2/3 of us act like idiots.
2/3 of us.
And not the half part.
Actually, it's that's a lot more than 2/3.
I need a...
Do we have a screwdriver?
No.
Anyway, so Behind the Blocks is a chance for you to hang out with the developers of Q.U.I.R.K. We do crafts, we talk about games,
Calling
we
out
answer
my
your
work part, yeah.
questions. Calling on his work part. Sorry.
Blame it on
Can't
Twitch.
hide from us.
What happened?
Oh, I don't know.
Twitch calls, because we can see who our friends are watching.
Twitch
Hey,
called and
friend, I
said
get no
Frontline
love
was
anymore.
watching.
Oh.
Hey, do we have any tape? Oh, yeah, give me that.
Yeah, we have a bunch. A bunch of these.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We hang out with y'all, make new friends, party, talk about food a lot.
Yeah, we played games the last stream of the month.
That is correct.
Wednesday.
The last stream of that particular month, we get together and we
Play a game.
Gosh, dang it, I'm good.
Did you do it?
I did it. So
Tell us all
we
about
actually were talking about how Kelly uses very precise, math-oriented. I use basically my eyeballs to do everything. And I remember feeling a little like, oh man, Kelly is so good with the math and the precise, and I was really impressed, honestly. So good.
With the math and the precise, I like it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Like I was really impressed because I've never cosplayed by using a computer to map anything out before I did it, and she's in like Photoshop. It was really, 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 really impressive. But I was like, I had to tell myself, no, don't do it like how Kelly does it, because that's not your style. You're just going to get frustrated by doing things that you're not familiar with. And this is some life advice. Like, doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. Don't be Kelly. Don't be Kelly.
Don't do it.
Don't do that.
She's brilliant. If you have a mind like Kelly, God bless you, because it's impressive.
A beautiful mind.
But anyway, I just eyeballed this strip, and it is an inch all the way down. I've made it straight, and it is exactly an inch.
Form cutting, and you're
just like free. It's pretty much an inch.
Yeah.
I think this, Anyway, I was just excited that it works. That I'm doing it.
Is it a snake?
Yeah.
I use my eyeballs for seeing, hearing, smelling, and feeling. It's true. That is. Check your. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna pull an Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, my snake.
I don't want to put that phone
No, you
out of
probably
your
don't.
mind.
We're probably inhaling it right now.
All right, I'm going to look at Chewy's cosplay
Little
that he just made.
mesothelioma never killed ya.
We have our first core cosplayer, my friends. Can we get the
Who is that? Who's that?
This is Chewy.
Chewy!
Let's see if we can get it. Okay, perfect. Nailed it. You guys can look at my background. I'm not very good at things.
We're good at doing stuff.
I don't know if we can.
There it is!
It's like work, not war. Good
Liking
job,
it, you did it. That's one thing I do really enjoy about
I love
work
it.
is it's
This
super.
is my favorite.
It's super good for cosplay. It's easy.
We're dumb.
We're recording this still. Okay.
Yeah, it's easy to cosplay our game.
Yeah, it's literally t-shirts and hats.
Yeah.
The props, I think, are the biggest adventure in that, which is what is really
Keep on
exciting.
keeping on, Chew.
A little more work and it'll look better. Yeah, you got it. You got a solid foundation.
You do. You do indeed. Maybe I'll get ready for.
I have the giggles now.
I actually do want to kind of do a cosplay costume.
Okay.
I was thinking of like
you can just say cosplay.
How do
cosplay
you
costume
cosplay
play.
cosplay?
I'm gonna cosplay. Oh, you blew my
This is why
mind.
people gatekeep. I'm throwing that out there.
I'm why people gatekeep. Is that why people are always shutting the gate in my face? Pop your pizza in the oven shoes. Frontline says I need to start working on a Q.U.I.R.K cosplay. I agree, my friend. Frontline, what do you want to be?
Oh, my God.
It would be kind of fun to actually be one of the you.
Today is not my best day, guys.
It has been.
Okay.
I tell you, I got zero sleep last night because I have this flippin' ear infection that's making me a crazy person. And then right around lunchtime, tried to order some lunch. Order got canceled or I did something wrong. I don't know. Probably not me. And then I want to be my favorite developer, a naked mole rat.
Yay!
That would be a very visceral cosplay.
I wonder if you would use like latex or something for the
material?
skin, like
Yeah.
something stretchy or.
How would you make the like 14
I mean,
Fortune what?
nipples
um,
of the male
You know what?
mole rat?
I'm not
Oh,
doing
I
this.
didn't. I hadn't even thought that far.
Yeah.
Ever.
Ever.
And you're like, and I'm not doing it now. Welcome back, Chewy. Yeah, that would be upsetting. I do wonder what materials you would use to create the patina of the naked.
I like patina.
You like that word? It's kind of gross.
It's definitely.
It's got an unpleasant mouthfeel. But I will also say that I'd like to see that. So get on it. Get on it like a bonnet.
I have such a sharp knife in my hand right now.
It's so sharp.
It looks really sharp.
I need one of these.
We've destroyed so many of these.
Well, there's like glue all over it. I've given up on.
We're protecting the table.
No, we're not.
342. Ooh, good time.
Good time.
Right.
Do we have any carpet?
A Zentai suit with. Yeah, maybe.
What is that? What's a Zentai suit? I'm afraid to look that up.
Yeah, no.
I've been hurt before.
Our stream is not flagged as 18 plus, so we're not going down this mole hole.
Ah!
I'm not doing it.
Don't make a molehill
I
out of a
want
mountain.
Jet.
That's it. What is this wooden stick for?
Poking my eye out.
This guy here.
For that little, yeah.
Look.
I think
Cross
Jack
swords
made
or
did that. I'm pretty sure there's like a fish.
You can't. The thing that the
Oh.
actual fish is out of the frame. There you go.
You got it.
I win.
That's cute. Ooh, sorry. I totally stabbed you. I was like, what's this?
Why is this running?
I wanna point
Totally.
out that when Kelly and I originally aired this series, it was a really low key, calm, like ASMR
It's like
stream
you're
of us
missing
crafting.
something.
And
yeah.
it was just,
I feel like
This is the difference.
yeah. Now we know.
Now you know.
We wouldn't do it without you, Troy.
Oh, I like
I
it,
mean, we
guys.
did a couple times, but like,
And you
but like
continue
you're
to.
in our heart.
we wouldn't do
Mostly.
it without you unless you weren't here, or unless we didn't want you here.
Unless you started without
About
me,
a
just didn't
bunch of
tell me,
reasons.
and I'm at my desk like, I'm lonely.
Oh, we
So,
love
Q.U.I.R.K
can-
in Rocket League.
can't-
Ooh, I want to see pictures
oh.
of that.
I made a Q.U.I.R.K car in Rocket League. That's awesome. I'll tell you, those Rocket League folks, pretty darn cool. The dev team, I mean. Met them at GDC, by the way.
That's awesome because
Good
you're on the
job.
board.
No,
Tell us
I'm glad you brought it up, though. Because I would never bring it up myself as a member of the advisory,
Oh,
Summit Advisory.
Oh, that's right. I spilled water. Sorry, I'm like freaking.
You're like,
myself
what's
out.
happening?
The sea was wet. because of me.
Moisture. Mystery moisture. Yeah, post it on the Discord. For those of you who are checking this out, you're like, who are these really cool people? I want to hang out with them. You can get at us by joining discord.gg/playquirk.
You did it!
Yay!
No, it's just Quirk.
That's what I thought. I knew it. I was like, is it just Quirk? I
Yeah.
was so close.
Discord.gg/Quirk.
/Quirk.
Quirk.
You can also check us out on Twitter. We're at PlayQuirk. Timber's at UGW_Timbear.
Yeah.
there's all our social.
Yeah.
And I know, but what if they don't know us and they're looking at it later? There it is. I'm digging what we're doing on our Instagram. We're going to be amping that up with some other cool stuff. But UGen_unlocked will show you all of our grams.
Yes. We have
Two
some pretty
teams
fun
only.
stuff. Poot Loops. I made a map for mobile. Real stuff. Oh, awesome. I'll check it out. So 2 teams if you want to be put into quick
Yeah.
match. 2 teams and at least 2 out of our 3 main weapons.
Yep, 15 more
And
minutes, Chewy.
Less
better
on
not
the
be
destructive
lava blocks
blocks. Yeah. Less on the lava blocks. Less on the water blocks.
You know.
Ha!
You know the drill. We got you. But I'm going to check it out. I'm really excited, to check a look.
Check a look. So yeah, cosplay. I want to think about what I could be.
You can be anything you want to be, Troy.
Poot Loops is like, I know about the lava. You're like,
Sorry,
oh,
he's been getting a lot of
a lot of
I know.
lava. A lot of lava.
I know.
About the lava. I can hear him.
I miss you, Pooloops.
Yeah, we were just talking about you the other day. Now, I can't remember if I said this to Pooloops, like to your face. But Pooloops, you saw UGenWorld.com, didn't you? Did you?
Did you?
Check it out. LOL, lots of lava. I want to make a mobile map. My next PC map's almost finished.
So satisfying.
Oh, Dockstars, I'm looking forward to seeing a new PC map, but I also think you should make a great mobile map. I'm looking forward to seeing what that might look
It's
like.
one of our very favorite builders.
Yeah. But yeah, so Pooloops has a starring role in our header of our website
Oh, he does.
at www.UGNWORLD.com.
Okay, great.
Would rather be dead than ever do that again. And ever
It's
go
like the
through
time I
that
offered
again.
you carrots, and you're like, I'd rather die.
I'd rather. Yeah, I was having a day, and she was probably goes, "Do you want carrots?" And without even thinking, it's
Yeah,
just
go-
what came out of my mouth.
Go to UGenWorld.com. Look at the top, but don't look at it on your phone
This is a lot
because it'll
of
show. I know.
instructions.
Yeah, you are on it. I was wondering because I hadn't heard anything, any response, but there you are.
Jackson's not responding. Just go. She's working.
Yeah, you
We are
know
at
when
work,
you,
sir.
when you have it on your phone, it shrinks down to that one wonderful
This
picture
is
of
why
Timber and
math
I.
is so satisfying.
That's why what?
Piece.
Oh,
Whoop.
wow,
Perfect.
wow,
Wow.
yeah, that's beautiful.
It was perfection.
It's like
I guess.
perfect. Not perfect. Perfect. Not perfect.
There we go.
Wow, it's
Done.
beautiful. Oh yeah.
But anyway,
I
you
like
can see,
it.
you know, there it is.
Yeah,
Sorry?
Jack's busy doing work. Oh, thank you, Poots. You wanna do a
Aw.
little camera to camera comparison? Oh, I see it. I see it.
Where's my craft table? Oh, you can see your arm.
Oh.
There we go.
There we go. I got it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Cool.
Yep. So now
That's
I'm gonna fill in the next part, which is one layer down of foam. And then-
so you're just gonna do one single thin layer of foam.
Yes. I actually
How
have
are
the
you gonna
pieces
do
cut.
that? Oh, so with that piece in the middle. So if you look
Yes.
at the drawing,
I do-
the
yeah.
little divot. So
There's
you
a
leave
little
that.
divot. So I would leave that and just put like really. We actually have a really thin foam that I can shape. There's the little whatever's on, but you can also use paint to have it look like it's angled, even though it's not.
Ah,
Yeah.
a little texture. Adding a little texture.
that
I
is
like
a
it.
classic cosplay tip. Is like. You see it a lot with like Borderline cosplayers, where Borderline has really interesting
Border-
cell
yeah.
shading,
Mm-hmm.
and most
Oh,
of that,
I've seen that.
yeah, people aren't actually making those indents. A lot of cosplayers will use paint and thick lines to, and
Sure.
paint directly on the costumes themselves to give that illusion of shell shading. It's
Or,
so
or even
cool.
like dirt and dust. is
Yeah,
paint.
yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's all
super
paint.
cool.
Weathering is
She's
something
really
that
weird.
everyone usually does, especially for props to, brown or black paints to give it
Yeah.
a warm look. It's really,
Yeah,
the
really,
painting
really cool
side is
stuff.
Awesome.
I
wait to
wonder
get to
how
that.
much the industry has changed in relationship to, back in the day we would hire fabricators who would actually go and create these weapons or this armor, and they would do phenomenal stuff, and we were all really impressed with it. But now cosplayers have honed their skill to such a degree. I saw, who is the goddess of death? Is it Hela? Hela? No, it's not Hela. Is it Hela? Heka? From
it's
Thor
Hela.
Ragnarok?
Yeah, it's Hela. Oh.
Hela? Okay.
Oh.
Kate Blanchett with the
Ooh, yeah.
black
I
kind
just
of
saw that the other day.
headdress. Well, there's a cosplayer
comedy.
at it's so funny.
a comedy.
Did you like it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, I was like, when's Kate Blanchett gonna get here? All the time. She showed up.
And then she showed up looking pretty amazing. But I
Pretty
saw a
fair.
cosplayer with that, and with the advent of 3D printers, like people are doing.
it's a game changer.
It's amazing. It
Molds
really
and
opens
stuff.
the door. Yeah.
Our friend Jordan, shout out to Henchman Props.
Yeah,
they
super
basically work for
talented.
Blizzard. Blizzard does not hire, I guess, what do you call them before you're saying?
Oh, like the
Fabricators.
Yeah. The
cosplayers
pro-
are the fabricators.
I say pro, but they are pro in the concept of
Yeah.
cosplayers have elevated their art form to the degree that,
Yeah.
like our pal who was talking about, my neighbor friend who was dressed up as Wonder Woman. Those costumes were
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, it's really cool what people can do and do.
Yeah, yeah. So for a great costume, let's say you are, like, how long have you invested time in other costumes as well? Beyond the
Yeah. Zenobia was like my first huge big girl costume where I was making items from very, very, very scratch.
Yeah, and also Zenobia's crazy.
Yeah.
Like tentacles, and I mean, you had all kinds of crazy madness.
Yeah.
Like that was a lot of work. So that took how long?
Months and months and months and
Right,
months.
and does it ever really get finished?
No. I mean, I called it finished. I've never gone back to the costume. Unfortunately, because it was one of my first and biggest projects, it was not as con-proof as it could have been.
Sure.
So,
Explain that.
Oh yeah, con-proof is basically when you're designing these items, designing it for a longer lifespan than
Sure.
just
A lot of walking around.
yeah, a lot of walking around. For example, the tentacles, I had them just dragging, and I think in hindsight, and if I had more time, I would have added something to the bottom of them to allow them to move easier.
Something
so,
a little more slippery or less, more
something,
resilient.
or add wheels to it. I don't know, something like
It was pretty impressive.
It was
We need
big
to pull
and
up some
heavy.
pictures and share those on Twitter or something, just to kind of give people a look at.
Bring them on next stream and just show them there.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah,
Do it.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really
Yeah, I
impressed.
think we have a couple of videos and stuff too. That
Yeah, we
yeah,
do.
Yeah, I'll try to find them for next stream. But yeah. So it sustained significant damage, and then the fingers I made, Ace ate them. My dog
This is not a surprise.
found
Yeah.
them and ate everyone. I think I have a single one left that I kept just because it was the
So,
only one that
yeah.
it was like a thumb claw, and they were like big and made out of plastic. So he ate them. Unfortunately, I gave the headpiece to Vinod.
That's right.
The artist who created Zenobia as
Yeah.
a gift. I gave that to him.
That's
Which is
right.
kind of gross in hindsight. Like, I gave it to him as like, hey, thank you so much for this
You're
amazing
fine,
character.
Freddie.
But I was like, man, this is like literally glued to my head all
Yeah.
on.
Sweat.
Yeah, I'd like had to glue hair pieces actually on because the glue wasn't good enough throughout the day. So I actually went to the cosplay hospital and glued hair clips so it actually clipped
Cosplay
it.
Hospital. Tell us about
Yeah,
that.
Cause little.
a hospital.
Cosplay.
A lot of conventions now have cosplay hospitals that you can find. So if you need quick repair, if you need hell, I have finished
That
cosplays
seems like
in
something
it.
I would be into doing. Like,
Yeah.
Be there to kind of help. Like, yeah.
Yeah, they have amazing.
That would actually be kind of fun.
It
I
would be
bet you
so
do a
fun.
good
Maybe
job
make
with
a
that.
show.
Yeah.
A TV show.
The nearly
Like the,
professional cosplay.
Fixing tattoo
repair.
show, but fixing cosplay.
Fixing cosplay.
Just cover
That
it all
actually
up
would
with
be
a
a really.
dolphin.
That actually would be a kind of a funny reality show. We should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But each time we just cover it up with a dolphin.
But I love it. Just slap a dolphin on it. Yeah. I'm down. I like
Yeah,
it.
let's do it.
All right, we're gonna workshop that one and get back to you.
One more piece.
Are these the handle? This is the handle.
I think this is where like this actually holds, or I haven't just quite decided yet.
Should we?
See, the thing is, the body's weird. So like the actual handle part is all like swiggly. So I think this, and it's not even. So it goes from like thick to thin down.
Oh, yeah,
to the
there it
handle.
is.
So it's actually this part. And then the handle I have, I'm still working out the handle. I might make it out of foam and then just cut grooves into it.
Gotcha.
But
Oh, I
should
see.
be
Kind of
pretty
carve
easy.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind
yeah.
of doing what I'm doing, except not so there's a little more squareness to the.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sides, whereas mine are.
They are like round octagon.
Yeah.
But it looks like to me that, and from the other pictures, that they're actually kind of square but angled. So it's not really round at all. If that makes any sense. I don't know. It's hard to
No,
describe.
I get it.
Yeah, you get it. Are you
That was so
I
sad.
feeling
smell.
me?
I smell what you're stepping in.
So it looks like we're 5 minutes till.
5 minutes. Anybody
unfortunately.
got some questions before we
confused.
sign off?
Yes, if you have any questions, now's a great time to drop it in our projects. We'll be doing this next week as well.
Yeah.
And probably the following week. And I'm going to go ahead and guess we'll need one more to really finish. depending on
Yeah.
what we get. Because Kelly's been working off screen. I have not been working off screen because mine is a simpler
Yeah, and if you've
project,
got
I think,
any earache remedies, let me know.
Yeah, let Troy know about that.
I mean, a
I'm
big
gonna fire this real
baby.
quick before we go. Oh, sorry.
Nut, like,
Oh yeah,
Nuts
like
and
a
bolts.
Bolt, yeah, bolt on the nut.
yeah.
Workshop that.
Down for now.
So thank you guys
Thank
so
you
much
for watching.
Yeah.
for watching and hanging
all of
out.
All of our shenanigans. You know, honestly, when we started this, we knew we wanted to do streaming, but ultimately, this is one of our favorite days to sit down and hang out and just be ourselves and
Yeah.
enjoy each other's company.
Enjoy our community. It just, and I'll say it, it was kind of a subpar hump day. And this has made my day great
It
again.
kind of righted it, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
things
feel
are
really
kind of a
good.
little.
Yeah, things get crazy sometimes. So,
They do.
So
Well,
we
you know-
really look forward to having this.
Yeah,
time
it's real
with you
grounding for
guys.
us, and it also gives us a chance to take a deep breath and remember what it is that we're doing and who we're doing it for. And so we really, really value
Yeah.
you and the time that you spend with us.
Yep, and if you're watching too, we value you as well, watching us post live and all that. So thank you so much.
Yeah, Chewy wanted to let us know that most likely can't do happy hour because it is his parents' anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Congratulations to your parents and a happy anniversary. Chewy, of course, being one of our most favorites.
Yes.
But yeah, so Chewy brings up a good point. If you want to stream, you want to get a hold of Madam's Streamography here.
Yeah. You can go ahead
I'm blind.
send me a note either on this channel actually is a good place. Go ahead, send us a message, or you
Yeah.
can find me at Timbear on our Discord. Again, that's discord.gg/Q.U.I.R.K. And you just pop me a message.
/Q.U.I.R.K.
Honestly, if you find me on Twitter, I have all my messages open on all of my platforms. I'm
Yeah,
pretty open
it's
about
really
that.
difficult to not get a hold of Timber. Just throw
true.
some
Yeah,
digital
no
garbage
excuses.
out into the internet and it'll land.
Yeah, if you're really resourceful, you can probably find my phone number, send me a text. Don't call, I don't answer phone calls.
I don't either.
But a text, I love texting.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
But
it's
make sure you say who your name is because you know who dis.
Or don't, I'll fake it until I figure it out.
Me too. It's one of my favorite games that I play.
Can you imagine getting so far into a conversation and then being like, so who is this?
So who is this? Not gonna say that.
I'm
This
gonna be like,
definitely
this is your
happened,
mother. Well, I will tell you one funny thing before we go. One time on Twitter, to thousands of people, I accidentally tweeted my phone number.
I think I know that story. Yeah.
And I did it because I thought I was sending someone a message saying, oh yeah, I look forward to seeing you at the show. Here's my number. I sent it out to everybody.
It was not a DM.
It was not a DM.
It was not a DM.
There
was not
was
a
no D in that M. And then I got hundreds and hundreds of texts saying, hey Troy, you posted your phone number on Twitter.
Well, at least
what
it was
up?
that and not something else.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, hi. Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys again for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We do
are
this every Wednesday, 3 o'clock, and actually Maker Monday is supposed to be at 3.
Yep, Maker Mondays at 3 o'clock.
I wonder if we should move it up so that we can get our Filipino friends. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not here to
knows?
think.
Spit on, but I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
We're just moving it
Let's
up
just
and
do
down.
it Monday at 7 a.m. I feel like that
Yeah,
works for
just
everybody
wake up
here,
and
right?
do it. Yep. Monday-
Eastern.
Eastern time.
So 4.
Perfect.
Thanks again for watching, everybody.
yeah.
Thank you,
For
too. This
watching.
is really fun. I really
Yeah.
dig watching what you're doing.
Thanks. All right, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Ow.
Okay, guys.
What was that?
Don't worry about it.
I ain't worried about it. I'm worried about you.
Wow.
Wow, so good stream.
That was good.
Except for you, Troy.
Ah.
and everything
Yeah,
you
I
said.
don't think you can come back here.
I can only come back.
Can we rehire him?
Did Jess not tell you?
Rehired.
I rehired him just now.
Thank you, Kelly. I've been rehired, so.
Kelly, you're fired too, both of
Dang
you.
it.
But I'm still hired. I'm hiring you back.